Hey guys, it's Abhimanyu, and today I have for you a ground war domination game on bootleg. And at least commentary wise, this is meant to be a continuation from the previous video about the topic of being objective player. However, before I start to go into the topic, I wanna thank you. I just recently hit 100 subscribers. I know, in terms of YouTube, this might be very small, but it means something to me. And I'm happy. I'm glad. So let's say to show you my appreciation, I will try to give you some bit special video. But because I don't have any special gameplays, I actually went to my computer and found some old recorded clips that I wanted to do a montage or cliptage, however. And I will use them to make my first Modern Warfare 3 cliptage, but don't expect too much. I have no editing skills whatsoever, so it basically will be just some clips with music, but some clips are pretty cool, and I think it will still make a pretty decent, entertaining video. So let's go into the game and the topic now. Before I go into the topic, one more thing. What you are watching basically is sort of Assault Moab fail. I didn't count kills, but from the feeling I would say I died like 2 maybe 3 kills away from Assault Moab. Yeah, just to tell you that. And like I said, this is a continuation, at least what is commentary wise, from the previous video where I was talking about being objective player and how I kind of got experience how annoying can be sometimes if some people are if you are trying to win the game and some people are just running around trying to get Moabs. But today I want to touch a little bit more about playing the objective when I or you and however play with assault kill streaks. Like I mentioned in previous video, sometimes when I go for these MOABs for to try to get the videos for my channel, I do tend to sometimes totally ignore the objective. However, when I play with assault kill streaks, I am an objective player. I always considered myself to be an objective player. However, the question here that arises is, what is an objective player? What does it mean to be an objective player? And at least in my opinion, this is something that a lot of players have the wrong understanding. Many people seem to think that being an objective player, at least is in domination, and I am primarily a domination player. They think that being an objective player in domination, it means just running around and just jumping on as many flags as possible. However, I don't necessarily agree with that. I actually think this is the wrong conception of being an objective player. I think being an objective player is something totally different. And if I would try to give you a definition of what I understand to be an objective player, the definition would be that everyone who goes into a game with a motivation of trying to win a game and trying to do their best, to help their team win a game is objective player. However, how they do this can be done in many different ways, according to their experience, according to their skill. And like, I will give you one example. Sometimes you will see a guy just sitting in a corner, and automatically most of us will think, this guy, is just basically just camping and trying to, build up his kill streaks, and he doesn't care about, objective. He doesn't care about winning the game. But it's possible that most of the time that's actually true. But you can also be wrong. Sometimes this guy can just be a novice at Call of Duty, and he doesn't have the skill, and he kind of, after playing a game for a while, realized that maybe the best thing he can do for his team is basically sit near to one flag and defend that flag and try to get few kills, maybe get some kill streaks, and this is maybe the best he can do for his team. And as long as what he's doing, he's trying to do it for the team, for the victory, in my opinion, he's an objective player. What he does might not help a lot to the team if he's a beginner, if he's a noob, so to say. But if his sincere motivation is to try to help the team, he is an objective player. And someone else might try to run around, capture the flags all the time, and someone else might try to slay people and try to get kill streaks. And as long as his sincere motivation is to try to win the game, he's an objective player. But the problem is that basically what we play, these are public games, and most of the time we don't play with a team. At least almost never play with a full party or something like that. I might play with one or two friends, but very often I also play alone. So how, if you want to have like an efficient team, like a team that is very good at winning the game, you basically need a balance. You need maybe one or two players. Usually maybe defenders aren't that necessary, but it's not bad if you maybe have someone that tries to defend flags, but you always need at least 2, 3, maybe 4 people that are trying to capture flags. And it's always not a bad thing if you have someone that plays a role of slayer, that is skilled at killing people and tries to build up some kill streaks, tries to get a payload, tries to get an AC-130, and in this way makes a job for those who are trying to capture the flag a lot easier. But this is a public game, and it's impossible to ensure the right balance of certain types of players. So you cannot basically just commit to one role and have a feeling that you will always win the game, or at least not even most of the time. So the question is, how should you play? How should you be an objective player in a pub game? I'm pretty sure that in domination many players would answer that the real objective player runs around and always tries to capture flags, but I will tell you that the answer isn't that simple, not at all. And very often players that play in such a way do more damage to their team than good. And I'll give you an example that happened to me a lot in Black Ops, because in Black Ops at the end you could see also how many kills, capture the flags and defense someone has. And what would happen, for me, like an average ground war domination game in Black Ops would be around like 50-60 kills, maybe 70, and around 5 captures. And if we would lose the game, very often I would get criticized by someone that has maybe 15 kills, 35 deaths, but he has 10 captures, and he would say to me like, why are you playing team deathmatch, play the objective like me? But what this guy doesn't realize, that he is the worst teammate you can have possible, because of him, like we are still giving an example from Black Ops, because of him then the enemies all the time Nepal strikes, they have I don't know, chopper gunners, blackbirds, dogs, and therefore no one on our team can do their best to try to win the game, and everyone plays bad because of him, and that makes him a horrible team player, not a good team player. And this is something what these guys usually don't realize. And this is also actually the type of player that I hate to have on my team. I rather have on my team someone that is skill whoring, running around the map just trying to kill people and not caring about the objective. And in this case I can still at least try to win the game myself, than a guy that is sort of playing objective, always tries to jump on the flags but always gets killed. Because of him the enemies always have to have like chopper gunners, and then I also cannot capture the flags because I always have to try to avoid these kill streaks. So basically what I'm trying to say is that it's not that easy to determine who really plays the objective, who really is a good objective player and who is not. And at the end I would just like to give you an example how I like to play when I play with assault kill streaks. And what I like to do in the beginning of the game, I usually like to try to help my team to capture a B flag, which is normally the most important flag. Now sometimes I will do this so that I will jump on the B flag, and sometimes I might rush past the B flag and try to kill other enemy teams, other enemy players, and in this way ensure a pretty easy capture for my team. Now in this game in the beginning I did ran towards the B flag, but I died pretty fast, so in this game I actually was of no help to my team. And then for at least about a half of the game I will try to play the role of a slayer. I will run around, I will try to kill people, and I will try to build the kill streaks. In this way, with kill streaks help my team, and also by keeping the enemies in the spawn. But sometimes, like in this game and also like in the previous game where I got 100 kills and still lost the game, I will realize that this is not enough, that my team just doesn't care about the objective, or they just suck. And in this case, I will transform myself in the guy that tries to, jump on the flags, basically, like what I'm doing right now. If you're watching carefully, you would see that I already captured like 2 flags more or less alone, and here I will, capture now the 3rd flag. But while I'm doing this, I'm still trying to do this in a smart way. Like I could go for the B flag right here, but that would just be impossible. There are, like you can see on the minimap, there are like 10 red dots around, not 10, what I'm talking about, like 5-6 red dots on around the B domination flag. So I go for the A flag. You still have to try to do it smart. And here, I try to take few guys out so that there are less enemies, and I will capture the B flag. And this is how I try to play it. I don't know if this is the best way. I don't know if, But you know, it's a very complex question. What is the best way to play a, you know, to play objective in public game? But basically, this is the way I play it, and I do think that I have quite a good success with it. At least when I'm playing with Assault Kill 6. When I play with Specialist, I do sometimes go, you know, especially for mobs, try to get some gameplays for my channel, and yeah, I do ignore objectives sometimes, but like I said in that video, that will not happen that often, you know, or at all. Let's say that often, so that I don't become a liar. Yeah, but like I said, you know, when I play with the soul kill streaks, you know, in the beginning I like to try to play the role of a slayer. I don't know if you will agree, but I do think I have, like, you know, I am somewhat skillful player, and I do usually get like my kill streaks almost every domination game. And if I see that that's not working, then, you know, I try to capture capture the flags myself. And in this game I was quite successful. I captured here at the end four flags in quite a rapid succession, and managed to clutch the game. We were trailing about 25 points, and at the end we will win this game for I think for about 2 points. Anyway guys, this is more or less all I wanted to talk about. At the end I would like to say one more time, thanks for 100 subscribers. Tomorrow you can expect a sort of a cliptage, and yeah, see ya guys.